Hey, we're two fat guys.
We just watched Batman and Robin.
More importantly, Clayton just watched Batman and
Yeah, he
Robin. As you will no doubt know, having watched these videos, unlike Clayton, that today is all elaborate ruse to force him to be here while that movie happened.
Perfectly.
Because he hates that movie. A couple things. He hates puns. So
right off the bat.
I think I can stop talking. I think we just end the video here and everyone will know exactly what's going on. But on top of it, he also really loves Mr. Freeze from the Batman animated series because he has a weird nostalgia boner for the Batman the animated series, which I love too, but he needs to be alone with Batman the animated series.
He'll be in his bunk.
He'll be in his bunk watching Batman the animated series. Yeah, Mr. Freeze episode. The first one's really good. Similar to Superman that we watched in the very first video of DC Dementia, it bankrupted the production studio that did it. The animation studio, because they hand frosted his helmet, like it had like white snow and glare on it, and they like hand frosted each frame.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that's why I bankrupt them.
That seems like that would take a bit of time.
It would. It would take a bit of time if you're a crazy person who decides that that's something you should do. So yeah, they didn't do that in future appearances of him, which
shocking.
I know it's sad because it looks so good. Like man, I'll give him that. It looks so good. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, remember when you were defending this movie?
I still kind of stand by Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I know full well how alone I am in the sentiment.
Do you at least respect that you're alone and you should be?
Yes.
Okay.
I get why he's a bad choice. I get why a lot of people don't like it. And I don't think it was done well. But I stand by the casting director's decision. Mm-hmm. And I think that his look was great.
It doesn't help that nothing else in the movie is good. There's not a good thing in the music is good.
Because they use the same music as they have.
And not even all the music is good. Like the main theme and like whatever Danny Elfman's doing through. That's so if you ignore the stuff that's just being reused from old films, nothing is good.
Except I will say I genuinely like the look of Mr. Freeze. I think that's it. I liked it. But yeah, that's about it.
It's a little too modernist. I could use like 1960s sci-fi.
Yeah, and I get that, and I think that also would have looked awesome. Like if we got I don't think it would have worked with Schwarzenegger.
Obviously not.
But I think that is also a great look for Mr. Freeze, like that kind of classic, just like crazy dome, like helmet kind of thing. But as far as like them trying to. We were calling it modern for something that was in 1997, but
it's a chrome.
Yeah, like
it's modern. That's what you mean.
Down, like I thought for casting Arnold Schwarzenegger and that kind of characterization of it, I thought it looked great. Mm-hmm. I remember liking it as a kid. I still like it now.
I will give you this: if it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger, we wouldn't know what killed the dinosaurs. The Ice Age. So not factually correct.
We counted.
If you notice our tweets, we started just as a joke and realized this is all we're going to tweet in this movie.
I never tweeted a single thing.
You didn't tweet a single thing. I tweeted all of them. It's just a periodic update on the number of temperature or cold weather-based puns that were made by anyone. So it's not just by Mr. Freeze. People talking to Mr. Freeze about Mr. Freeze. And there were 30. And that's what we caught. Yeah,
those are just good. We did not pay a whole lot of attention to most of this.
Don't get us wrong, Internet. We did you our service and we watched it.
But
as much as we are legally required to watch it. We watched it about as much as we watched Hulk.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think that's fair. I think that's all you can ask of us.
Yeah,
we're just two fat guys. We're not even in good shape. We don't even have a lot of stamina to make it through things.
And no one's paying us for this.
Man, can you imagine?
I would pay a lot more attention if I was getting paid.
Me too. I would take notes. I would write scholarly papers about all
this. So yeah, we take PayPal. So if you want us to pay better attention to these bad movies, send us money. Mm-hmm. That's internet works.
That's how it works. We try to stop gesturing because we see him and we know what he's trying to say, but we don't care.
I didn't even see him. I've got a wall there.
It's my job. To periphery. See, I'm an actor, so I'm not. I play one on TV.
Yeah, that movie's not great. There you go.
Title drop of Batman Forever.
Yeah, that was weird. Which, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to forget entirely.
Do tell.
This was the third movie in this DC Dementia that used the,
Don't leave home without it?
Yeah, the referring to a credit card, don't leave home without it line.
To be fair, I just want to point this out, it's a very topical reference for that time to make. I don't know if you recall, Major League or Major League 2 made, I can't remember which one.
I haven't seen either of them.
It was the first one. Essentially, Willie Mays Hayes slides into home base and he says it. It's don't steal home without it. So that was at least clever.
Yeah.
They at least took a change on it.
This, like, it was the first Batman, the 1989 Batman.
Which was a terrible foreshadowing, because our brains,
as soon as that happened, I was like,
out.
oh, Jesus.
We're like, did they know? Did Tim Burton know? Or was Joel Schumacher thinking he was being clever and making a callback?
It was an homage.
Man, okay, not to derail us, because we're very on topic at all times, as we've previously said.
Natural.
But in the Batman animated series, there is an episode of Tales of the Dark Knight where they do like 3 different short stories, technically 4 because one happens in the universe, of these kids talking about like, things I heard about Batman. And they're all done in different styles. So one is like the campy Adam West style Batman, and it's great and fantastic. And one is the Dark Knight Returns, which is fantastic. And then there's a kid named Joel who's standing in front of a shoemaker sign, and he is wearing like a feather boa, and he's like, I think Batman wears skin-tight leather, shows off his muscles, and it's phenomenal. And man, I can't separate that from my brain whenever I'm watching.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty. And they're like, "Shut up, Joe! You don't know what the hell you're talking about." And just they hate him, much like we hate Joel Schumacher. I hope he sees this and cries. And then writes a letter and says, "You're a big meanie."
Didn't he do like
probably
a couple good movies?
No.
I think he did.
He probably did some like amazing movies, and I'm just gonna come out and patently say no.
That'll be in the blooper reel.
Just so you know, just the edits of factual errors. If Joel Schumacher had directed Schindler's List, I'd still say he should never have gotten into film.
Wow.
Right, you know what? We would have been alright without that one, just to save us from Batman and Robin.
What if he did Avengers?
He didn't, and he never could.
I'm just saying, what if he did Avengers? What if the same person did Batman and Robin and the Avengers?
Nope, because Joss Whedon could have done Avengers. See, I could trust someone else to do
Avengers. What if Joss Whedon made Batman and Robin, and that was what happened?
If Joss Whedon made Batman and Robin, it would have been a lot more self-referential and hilarious. It would have been well aware of it, and people would have been riding giant instruments and fighting each other in weird factories. And also the Creeper would have been in it. And Ant-Man. Crossover.
Nathan Fillion.
Yep, Nathan Fillion as Marvel's Ant-Man.
1997, Nathan Fillion.
The very famous 1997 Nathan Fillion.
He even started doing soaps at that point. Probably not.
So we're super on topic.
It's 2 fat guys talking about nerdy things, and we got to Nathan Fillion. That's about as on topic as you can ask for.
Fair cop.
So don't watch Batman and Robin. Here's the thing. If you want the best possible Batman and Robin experience, there's a YouTube video that is all of Mr. Freeze's ice puns.
Is there? We should have just watched that and come.
Yeah. So there's. Well, I don't think they included all of them.
It's just Mr. Freeze, that guy.
Yeah. But it's Arnold Schwarzenegger screaming ice puns, and it's phenomenal. So those are the parts that I can actually legitimately recommend. But other than that,
although you will miss out if you're gonna watch it, do count up the ice puns, do count the temperature puns, because there'll be moments where there'll be a conversation where there are like 4 in 2 sentences.
That, and then we had a couple like conversations about whether or not something counted or not, based on intent.
Yeah, because he was like, "I'm gonna rip out Batman's heart and freeze it in my hand." I'm like, I think he literally wants to do that.
That is not really fun.
That's not a pun.
He's got his freeze gun. Like he has that ability.
When he's like, "It'd be a cold day in hell."
Yeah, hell will freeze over.
It's not literally gonna freeze over in hell. He's freezing Gotham. I mean, unless he's talking about Gotham as hell, but that's a little high for That's a little heady. So that's the most figuring out. Also, the most important thing is to find a friend who absolutely hates it worse than you and trick them into seeing it through promises of completely different activities. Also, see if you can beat my challenge. Try to text him something that every first letter spells out Batman and Robin. and make it seem natural, because I failed.
You tried, but you tried. That was a valiant effort.
Spent a significant amount of time sitting there going, why? How can I make a sentence out of... There's too many A's. Too many A's.
Ohioans, that's where your taxpayer money is going. To Brandon trying to...
I was also doing work.
Oh no, yeah.
I have breaks. And I'm going to get out of here before Sam tries to get me in any more trouble. I have breaks.